Welcome to our Excel tutorial video. Last video, we talking about the relative reference, and on this video, we're going to talk about the absolute reference. For the relative reference, it means that when you copy the formula to other cell, the reference will change. It will be different. The reference will change according to your information. But sometimes when we want to do the calculation, we don't want the reference to change. We want to use the same reference. But in the Excel, as what I mentioned before, the default reference is a relative. So how can I do it? Change the relative to absolute. So here I have an example. I have the 4 products here, have the unit and the price. But now I want to calculate the price with the tax. And I have the percentage of the tax here. So for example, if my price is 250, I want to add the 5% of total price as a tax to this price. So the calculation, it would be like 200 plus 200 times 5%, right? So when I have this, I can calculate that the price will go to 262.5. This is the price with tax. So now we're going to use the cells. So the same way we input the formula. Start with the equal sign. Choose the price cells here. And then we're going to plus this price times the tax 5%. Okay, and enter. Now we got the results. That is the price with the tax. But for the previous relative reference, we can simply just drag this down, and it will calculate for us, right? But now, when I drag it down, it have no number here, but it have a wrong number here. Let's check the reference here. So when I drag it down here, you can see the calculate the this number here, C15, and C13, because when you use the reference relative reference, the reference will move, right? As it goes down, it will go down as well. So for these cells, we use the 5% here, right? You can check here. We use the 5% here. And for the second cell, this reference will move down here. Use this C12, but C12 doesn't have any numbers here, so that's why the calculation is error. And this one, it will use the next one here, 250, to do the calculation. But this is wrong, because each of these numbers we want to times this 5%, because this 5% is for tax. So this 5%, I don't want it to move down. This reference, I want to stay here. So we need to use the dollar sign, this one. We need to use this dollar sign. How can we use it? When you do the calculation on the formula bar, you need to use the F4 on your keyboard. So let's do it again. Let's delete it, and then let's do it again. So in here, you can see this formula is C13 plus C13 times C11. So the 5% is on C11. The cell is C11. For this cell, I don't want it to change. I don't want it to move down to other reference. So I want to lock, actually I want to lock these cells here. So when I can select the this sales number here in the formula bar, and then I can press the F4 key in your keyboard. When you press one time, you can see it added the dollar mark, the dollar sign to the C column and the dollar sign to the 11 row. This means that lock C column and lock 11 row. So the column and then the row will be locked here. So when we plus enter here, and then we use the field handle to copy the formula. Okay, now we can check the formula here. All this C11 is each column, no, each cell here is the text reference is on the C11 cell. So now we got the correct number that we want. So you can see that all the numbers, all the calculation is times with the same column here, C11. So it's the one our percentage of our test. This is how we use absolute reference. So it means that you lock the reference in your cell. Okay. Okay, let's go back. So I got the correct answer here. So if you want to lock the reference, you use the computer F4 key to add the dollar mark to the column and the cell. But for the reference we didn't lock, for example, the C13 here, we didn't lock it. So when it goes to next cells, it will become the relative reference. So it will become the C14 here, and C15, C16. So the first calculation, these two cells is the relative reference, and the text percentage is the absolute reference. So if you don't use this dollar mark, it will automatically go back to the relative references in the cell.